When it comes to testing for insulin resistance, there are several methods available, including both at-home tests and laboratory blood work. Here are 3 commonly used tests for assessing insulin resistance. Fasting insulin test. Blood work. The fasting insulin test measures the level of insulin in your blood after an overnight fast. It provides valuable information about your baseline insulin levels and can indicate insulin resistance if the levels are consistently high. A higher fasting insulin level suggests decreased insulin sensitivity. This test requires a blood sample and is typically conducted in a laboratory or healthcare setting. Fasting blood glucose test. Blood work. While not a direct test for insulin resistance, the fasting blood glucose test can provide insights into your body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels. Insulin resistance often leads to elevated fasting blood glucose levels. This test requires an overnight fast, and a blood sample is taken to measure your blood glucose level. Home glucose tolerance test. At-home and at-home glucose tolerance test can give you an idea of how your body responds to a glucose load and can be suggestive of insulin resistance. Here's how you can perform it. Begin by fasting for at least 8 hours, preferably overnight. Measure your fasting blood glucose level with a glucose meter. Consume a standardized glucose drink containing a specific amount of glucose, usually 75 grams. Measure your blood glucose at specific intervals, such as 1 hour and 2 hours, after consuming the glucose drink. Elevated and prolonged blood glucose levels during the test may indicate insulin resistance. However, it's important to note that this is not a diagnostic test and should be confirmed with a healthcare professional. It's worth mentioning that while these tests can provide indications of insulin resistance, a formal diagnosis and comprehensive evaluation should be performed by a healthcare professional. They will consider the test results along with other factors such as medical history, physical examination, and additional lab tests to determine the presence and severity of insulin resistance.